Hello, beautiful soul. Before we begin tonight's journey, take a moment to breathe deeply. Let the noise of the day fade into the distance. You are safe here. You are exactly where you need to be. As you settle in, I'd love to know, where are you watching from? What time is it in your part of the world? Drop it gently in the comments below. I read everyone, and it fills this space with warmth to know where our little ocean of dreamers gathers each night. And while you're here, remember to subscribe. Because sometimes peace comes not from pills or therapy, but from moments like this, when your body relaxes, your mind drifts, and your heart remembers what calm feels like. So stay a while. Let this story carry you somewhere soft and infinite. Tonight we travel to the deep, to the silent blue cathedral beneath the waves, where the oldest stories in the world still breathe. They say that before humans wrote their first words, before the stars even took their places in the night, the oceans were ruled by gods of impossible beauty and power. But time buried them, just as the sand buries shells. Now their names are carried only in whispers between the waves, the forgotten gods of the ocean. Let your body grow still. Listen to your breath, a slow tide coming in and going out. With every exhale, you sink deeper into calm. Once long ago, the sea was not a place of silence. It sang with voices that could shape the world. They were not human voices nor animal. They were something between, something divine. The ocean itself was alive, dreaming, moving, speaking through its gods. The first of them was Thalarin, the god of beginnings. When the earth was still molten, when fire met water for the first time, he was born, a being made of both flame and tide. His skin shimmered like glass catching sunlight beneath the waves. His breath was steam that rose to form clouds. When he blinked, lightning flashed across the horizon. And when he sighed, coral began to grow, delicate and endless. Thalarin watched the empty ocean and felt lonely. The silence echoed against his heart, so he gathered sand and starlight and molded them together. From this union came Lunara, goddess of the surface, the gentle light that dances on every wave. She taught the sea how to reflect, how to shine. Where Thalarin created depth, Lunara created beauty, and together they filled the sea with life. You can imagine them now, can't you? A god of molten blue, radiant and calm, shaping mountains below the sea, a goddess of silver light gliding above him, her laughter shimmering across the water. The world was young and the ocean was a cradle of creation. As the ages passed, more gods emerged, children of tide and time. Some were vast as islands, others small as shells. They ruled the currents and guarded the secrets of the deep. But their reign was not eternal. For as humans began to walk the shores and name the stars, belief shifted from the waves to the sky. And so the ocean gods sank into sleep. Yet not all were forgotten. Some left traces, echoes that scientists still stumble upon today. Mysterious lights deep below, too regular to be natural. Rhythmic pulses recorded by submarines. Sounds that resemble language but come from nowhere known. The sea remembers everything, even what the surface world forgets. Let that thought comfort you. You are floating now, gently suspended between waking and dream. The water around you is not cold, it's soft, embracing, infinite. Each heartbeat is a ripple. Each thought, a bubble rising slowly to the surface, then gone. Somewhere in the dark beneath you, Thalarin still dreams. His city, if the stories are true, lies hidden beneath a canyon deeper than light. They say its towers are made of crystal, pulsing like the rhythm of a heart. And if you listen closely enough, sometimes the ocean hums that same pulse, a low, steady vibration that lulls even the fiercest storm into sleep. The fishermen who once sailed the ancient seas told tales of strange songs rising from the depths. Voices layered and slow like the chorus of whales, but older, fuller. They believed it was Thalarin calling to his goddess, still waiting for her to return. and maybe on quiet nights she does. The moon, her reflection, touches the sea like a gentle hand. The waves shimmer. The tides breathe. The world for a moment remembers. Now take a deep breath. Let it fill your chest slowly and then let it go. With every breath you sink deeper into peace. The ocean does not rush, it flows. You are part of that flow, the eternal rhythm of calm and release. As we drift farther, imagine you're descending through layers of water. The sunlight fades, softening from gold to blue, blue to indigo, indigo to black. Yet it's not darkness. It's peace. Soft, living peace. You pass schools of glowing fish that move as one like constellations underwater. You see towers of coral shaped like forgotten temples, their spires reaching upward as if still praying. You glide through them effortlessly, weightless and safe. Everywhere you look, there are traces of something ancient, carvings in stone, patterns too symmetrical to be natural. The faces of gods half buried in sand, eyes that seem to follow you gently, not with fear but recognition. It's said that those who dream deeply enough can visit this place. A realm between life and legend, between sleep and memory, a place where the ocean's forgotten gods still walk. Unseen but near, and perhaps as your body relaxes and your mind drifts, you are already there. The water hums around you, a sound without beginning or end. It's not loud but steady, like the heartbeat of creation itself. Each pulse seems to whisper you are safe. You are loved. You are part of everything that ever was. The waves rise and fall with your breath. The gods rest, but their dreams flow through you. The sea holds you gently, rocking you into sleep. There is no past here, no future, only now. Only this soft, endless moment of floating. Let go. You're home. You're part of the ocean's memory now. Drift a little deeper now. The surface above is only a pale shimmer, a soft reflection of the moon slowly fading from view. You are moving through the quiet heart of the ocean, where even time seems to sleep. Your body feels lighter, your breath slower, your thoughts calm and fluid. Each moment stretches, flows, dissolves. You are not sinking. You are being carried gently like a dream in motion. The forgotten gods once walked here in this twilight realm where light and darkness blur together. The currents were their pathways, and the shimmering plankton were their stars. They spoke not in words but in vibrations, deep rhythmic tones that resonated through the water and the bones of every living thing. To hear them was to understand peace. There was Nerath, the guardian of stillness. He was said to rest at the very bottom of the world, beneath all pressure, beneath all sound. His skin was darker than the abyss itself, yet his eyes glowed with tranquil blue fire. When the ocean raged above, Nerath would open his palm and the tempests would ease. Sailors who escaped storms often spoke of feeling a strange calm right before the sea fell silent. They called it the hand of Nerath. He did not rule through fear or fury. His power was quietness, and even now that quietness is here with you. When your thoughts rise like waves, let them break softly and return to calm. That is Nerath's blessing, the gift of still water. Now imagine yourself moving past him. He doesn't speak, but his gaze follows with warmth as if reminding you that peace is not found, it's remembered. You glide upward and light returns, faint at first, then brighter. The water shimmers around you in slow, graceful spirals. Here another god once reigned, Coralia, the weaver of colors. It was said that every hue in the ocean was born from her dance. When she spun through the water, her fins painted ribbons of light, turquoise, violet, and gold, leaving trails that became coral reefs. She was joy itself, the laughter of sunlight caught in waves. But as human ships crossed her seas, spilling oil and fire, her colors dimmed, and so she retreated into the deep, hiding her brilliance in the most untouched corners of the world. Scientists who study bioluminescent creatures say there are still unexplained pockets of glowing coral, bright enough to light an entire cave. Some believe it's her handwork, still alive, still painting. Perhaps she's not gone at all, just dreaming quietly, waiting for the world to calm down. You can feel her colors now, wrapping around you like silk. Gentle waves of light drifting past your arms, your face, your thoughts. Let them wash over you. Each color carries a feeling. Blue for peace, gold for warmth, purple for rest, green for renewal. The ocean is not just water, it is emotion flowing freely. And you, floating here, are part of that current. Far in the distance, a shape appears. A city sculpted from pearl and stone, half buried in sand. Towers curve like shells. Arches glimmer like whale bones. This is the Hall of Tides, where, according to the myths, all the ocean gods gathered once each century to renew the rhythm of the sea. They say that when the hall fell silent, the balance of the ocean changed. Currents shifted. Storms grew stronger. But the hall remains preserved in stillness, guarded by shadows of beings that once glowed like stars. You float closer, feeling an ancient presence humming through the walls. It's not frightening. It's familiar, like walking into a memory from before you were born. Soft light pours from the cracks between stones. Symbols etched into the walls pulse faintly, as if breathing. The carvings show beings both beautiful and strange, half human, half wave. Part beast, part cloud. Each figure holds something. A shell, a spiral, a flame, a drop of light. These were the gifts of the ocean. Power, renewal, motion, and calm. Together they kept the waters alive. When humans forgot, the balance trembled. But tonight, through your listening, something ancient stirs again. Every breath you take seems to echo against those stone walls. The gods are not gone. They've been waiting for someone to remember. As you hover in the stillness, the water glows faintly with soft blue fire. The carvings shimmer, and for a moment the hall feels alive again. You see shadows moving, slow, graceful, weightless. Perhaps they are not ghosts but memories, rehearsing their dance. The hall hums softly, the same tone as your heartbeat. And then, just like that, silence. Peace settles like silt. You are not separate from this story. You are its witness, its echo. The ocean gods are within you. Every calm moment you create, every gentle breath you take. Now imagine rising slowly from the hall, drifting through the glowing ruins, watching the soft lights fade below. The deeper you travel into calm, the lighter you become. You are not swimming. You are floating, dreaming. Up ahead, faint beams of moonlight filter through the surface. The shimmer above looks close now, like a promise. But you don't need to reach it. The peace is here in the middle, where movement meets stillness. You're surrounded by a million tiny lights, plankton glowing softly, moving as one. Each light a heartbeat, each heartbeat a whisper of something vast. If you listen carefully, you can almost hear the voices of the old gods blending with the ocean's hum. A lullaby sung for no one and everyone at once. It says, "Rest now, wanderer. The sea remembers. The tide will carry your worries away. Every sound you hear becomes softer. Every thought grows slower. Every muscle unwinds. Your breathing and the waves are one rhythm now. Slow, deep, steady, you are home. You are calm. You are endless." The deeper you go, the more the water feels like memory instead of matter. It doesn't push or pull. It simply is. Vast, eternal, tender. You drift, surrounded by soft blue shimmer, the slow heartbeat of the world echoing through your chest. They say that when the ocean gods began to fade, their dreams didn't vanish. They became the things we still can't explain. The strange glows beneath Antarctic ice, the songs of whales that sound almost like words, the sudden calm that fills the air before dawn. Those are the echoes of divinity, tiny pieces of God still breathing through the world. Among them was Lyraean, the keeper of lost souls. She was neither feared nor worshipped, but loved by those who sailed far enough to know her kindness. When storms took a ship, Lyrian was said to appear, not to claim the dead, but to cradle them in her arms of light. Her voice was like the ocean's sigh, and from it came peace. The drowned were not forgotten, they were guided. It said that her tears became pearls, each one holding the memory of a life she had comforted. That's why pearls shimmer with that soft, living glow, not light but emotion, the reflection of a soul set free. Let that image soothe you now. Imagine her, a goddess woven of moonlight and tide, floating above a coral plain, her hair drifting like ribbons of silver. Around her the water glows faintly, the soft shimmer of countless souls sleeping in peace. She looks at you with no judgment, only calm recognition. You've been here before, in some way, through dreams, through the rhythm of your breath, through every quiet night you've ever known. Lyrian whispers a simple truth, that peace does not come from escape but from surrender. The ocean doesn't resist its depth, it is its depth. You too can let go now. Let gravity and thought dissolve. Let yourself be carried. Above her, the water stirs, a pulse of light moving like the flicker of dawn. From the brightness emerges a vast, graceful form, Marethos, god of currents. He was said to be older than the continents themselves, the great mover of water and fate. His body was a river of light and shadow, flowing endlessly in circles that shaped the tides. When he turned, continents shifted. When he rested, seas stilled. He and Lyraean were said to dance once every 1,000 years, their union keeping the balance between motion and rest, between change and peace. As you imagine Marethos gliding, through the depths feel your breath sink with that rhythm, steady, endless, alive. Inhale, the tide comes in. Exhale, the tide goes out. Your body sways softly, like seaweed touched by current. The myths say that Marethos's laughter created the trade winds, and his sigh carved the trenches of the Pacific. He was not a god of destruction but of motion, of the truth that nothing is still forever, and that even peace must flow to remain alive. So if your mind drifts, let it. If your thoughts wander, don't chase them. Just let them move like water, flowing back to calm when they're ready. You rise slowly now, carried by the faint hum of life all around. Small glowing fish dart through the dark like comets. You reach out in thought and feel them brush against your fingertips, tiny sparks of energy that dissolve into warmth. There's a stillness here that feels endless, yet it's not empty. It's full of presence. You begin to sense something larger, a pulse that isn't your own. It's as if the ocean itself is aware of you, breathing with you. Every molecule of water seems alive, watching, remembering. The old texts found in broken tablets from island ruins spoke of this, that the ocean wasn't a collection of seas, but one living being. They called it Aethera, the great mind beneath the waves. The gods we know were her thoughts, her fragments made flesh. When she dreamed, the ocean moved. When she slept, the world was calm. Perhaps you are inside that dream now. Perhaps all of this, the drifting lights, the warmth, the calm, is Aethera remembering you, her child of dust and breath, come home at last to the cradle of water. Let the realization settle gently. You belong to something vast and it welcomes you without condition. There is no fear here, no need to prove, no need to hold on. Only softness, only rhythm, only peace. In this moment, the forgotten gods are no longer stories. They are sensations, the weightless peace in your chest, the warmth behind your eyes, the hum in your veins. They are not lost. They are simply transformed, as all beautiful things are. Maybe when you feel calm by the sea, it's not just nature soothing you, it's memory calling you home. The ocean knows your heartbeat. It was the first music the earth ever made. As you drift, your body feels lighter still. The edges of thought blur. The world outside this calm begins to dissolve, like mist touched by light. You are safe. You are drifting deeper into peace, carried by the current of eternity. Somewhere far below the gods sleep, but their dreams ripple upward, reaching you, and with every gentle wave you fall further into rest. There is no need to hold on. Let your mind wander. Let your breathing slow. You are not separate from the ocean. You are the ocean, infinite, patient, kind. Now, as your body settles, imagine the stars above aligning with the waves below. The sky and the sea mirror one another perfectly, two infinities touching without end. Between them, you float. The gods have not been forgotten after all. They live on in your peace, your calm, your stillness. And tonight, as you drift towards sleep, they sing softly through you, not to wake, but to remind you that even in silence, you are never alone. Thasinde Asanti Ko Sandamedas. Drift with me now deeper than before. We have crossed the glowing reefs, past the trenches, and entered the blue stillness that only the oldest waves remember. The current here feels ancient, as if it has flowed since time itself began. Every pulse of water carries whispers, stories that predate the moon and the tides we know. They say that before mortals learned to name the constellations, the sea already had its own gods, not the ones written in books, but those shaped by pressure, darkness, and the longing of the deep. Some were worshipped, some were feared, and some simply forgotten. Beneath 1,000 miles of black water lies an empire of silence, an empire without light, without sky, but not without power. It is said that these gods were not destroyed. They merely fell asleep. And when the world forgets a god, that god does not die. It dreams. Imagine a temple made not of stone but of coral bones and shell glass towers. Each breath of the sea polishes it smoother. Each current hums hymns that no human ear can translate. There, drifting above the ruins, is the shadow of a goddess, vast as a mountain, gentle as the tide. Her name once meant the mother of depths, though in our tongues it has been lost. They believed she wove the sea itself, strand by strand, wave by wave. When sailors felt the ocean calm after a storm, they said she had opened her eyes again, only for a moment. And when the sea was cruel, they whispered that she had turned away. Now, her image sleeps beneath the trench, and perhaps, in the low hum of sonar, in the distant call of a whale, her heart still beats. The ocean doesn't forget. It only hides. It hides memories inside shells, inside pearls, inside the echo of a wave that feels strangely familiar. Perhaps you felt it, that sense, standing at the edge of the shore, that someone unseen is looking back. That is her, the one the waves still bow to, the one who remembers what even the stars have forgotten. Now picture another god, and one of motion, not calm. He was said to command the currents themselves, his arms endless streams of salt water, his eyes twin whirlpools that spun galaxies in miniature. He was called Vorin, the dancer of tides. When he moved, whole oceans shifted. When he slept, the sea became still, unnaturally still. Ancient mariners claimed that when the ocean goes completely flat, when even the breeze stops, it means Vorin has stopped dancing. To listen to something we cannot hear. Maybe it's us. Maybe it's the sound of our ships cutting through his body, a rhythm he once understood but now resents. There's an old myth. carved faintly on coral slabs found near the Mariana Trench, symbols no one has ever translated. But side by side they look like spirals, spinning in opposite directions locked together. Some say it depicts Vorin's dance, the eternal motion between giving and taking, ebb and flow, creation and destruction. The ocean breathes the same way we do, just slower. And as you breathe now, slowly, softly, in rhythm with the sound of waves inside your own chest, you might feel that pulse, that ancient heartbeat, that quiet memory that reminds you, you were water once too. There's something deeply calming about remembering that everything we are, bones, blood, breath, was once ocean. We are just the sea, standing upright for a little while. They say another god ruled the border between the surface and the deep, Nalus, the watcher between worlds, neither mortal nor divine, neither fish nor air breather, but something in between. He listened. He never spoke, but he watched everything that crossed his threshold. Driftwood, storm clouds, ships, prayers whispered into waves. And he remembered every single one. Some say Nalus is the ocean's conscience, the quiet listener who carries the weight of every secret ever thrown into the sea. The ring that slipped from a hand in heartbreak, the message in a bottle that never reached the shore, the tears of sailors lost in storms. Nalus keeps them all. Maybe that's why the ocean feels so heavy sometimes, not because of its water, but because of its memories, billions of whispered confessions floating endlessly in the dark. And yet, despite the weight, it cradles us. It forgives us. It always takes us back. The gods of the ocean are not angry when it's only forgotten. And when something ancient is forgotten, it becomes lonely. Loneliness, too, is a kind of tide. It rises and falls inside every creature that has ever lived. The whales sing because they remember. The currents move because they mourn. And the waves crash because they long to be touched by something living. Now imagine you are drifting among them. No ship, no sky, no thought of time. Only the pulse of the deep, and steady, soft, infinite. You are light and weightless, your body part of the current. There are no directions here, only motion. You drift through gardens of glowing plankton, past ruins that might be statues or might be bones of gods. Far ahead, a glow appears, faint, blue, trembling. You swim toward it slowly, feeling each motion calm your heart. The glow grows stronger, revealing a massive stone gate covered in moving symbols, like veins of light running through the rock. You reach out, your hand brushing the surface. Though it feels warm, for a moment you think you hear something, and a voice but not made of sound. A thought made of water. It whispers, "Welcome back." You don't know what it means, but you know it's true. The forgotten gods do not vanish, they wait. They wait for the dreamers, the ones who listen, the ones who fall asleep to the song of waves and wake up remembering nothing except peace. So as you listen now, as your breath slows and your mind drifts like a feather in a blue current, let that peace settle into you. Let it rest behind your eyelids, where ancient oceans still shimmer. Let it remind you that even if you feel small, you belong to something vast, older than land, deeper than fear. The gods of the ocean are not gone. They live in your heartbeat, in every tear, in every dream that feels like floating. You have always been part of their story, and tonight, they remember you. The sea does not sleep as we do, it dreams awake. Its tides are the slow rhythm of an unending heartbeat, pulsing through centuries, shaping coasts, carrying whispers. Even now, as you drift deeper into this calm, the ocean hums beneath you, alive, eternal, remembering everything. There are stories the surface never tells, tales that live in the twilight waters where light fades into darkness, where the creatures glow softly like lanterns, where silence has texture. Here in that hushed blue, the forgotten gods still move, not as kings or monsters, but as feelings, as presence, as the quiet between two waves. One of the oldest was said to be Lunara, the dream weaver. She ruled not the tides but the reflections upon them. It was believed she could see both the sky above and the hearts of those who gazed into the sea. Her mirrors were waves, her language shimmer and ripple. When sailors stared too long into calm water, they said Lunara was studying them in return. She could see what they desired, what they regretted, what they had hidden even from themselves. But she never judged. She simply mirrored back what they carried, truth in liquid form. It's why calm seas often feel emotional, almost sacred, as if the water itself understands, as if someone somewhere is listening to your silence. Now imagine Lunara floating above the deep, a vast figure made of light and water, her hair long as the tide, her body woven from reflections of the moon. She drifts between worlds, half dream, half reality, her presence a lullaby sung through waves. Her temples were said to be lakes where stars fell to rest, pools so still that the heavens themselves seemed trapped within them. And perhaps when you look at a mirror-still lake, you are gazing upon her ancient face. They say she loved the mortals who dreamed near the water, the children who listened to shells, the travelers who found peace in the sound of rain. She believed dreams were the bridge between her world and ours. So every night as you drift to sleep, Lunara brushes her fingers across your dreams, soft, invisible, leaving trails of shimmering calm. Her gift is the feeling of floating, that moment when you almost fall asleep, weightless, timeless, free. That's her touch. But she was not alone. The sea, vast and infinite, had many spirits. Another of the forgotten ones was Tharos, the keeper of currents. He was said to move unseen through every ocean, guiding the migrations of whales, the drifts of plankton, even the paths of drifting souls. Sailors once prayed to him before long journeys, tying knots in ropes and letting them drift away with the tide, each knot a wish for safe passage. When their ships moved smoothly across calm waters, they said Tharos had accepted their offerings. But when storms came, they whispered that he had turned away or was guiding them toward lessons they had yet to learn. Tharos was neither cruel nor kind, only balanced. He believed that the sea must test those who walk upon it, because only through being lost do we learn to listen. Perhaps that's what the ocean teaches us: patience, surrender, rhythm, to stop fighting the waves and move with them, to trust that the current, even when it feels uncertain, always leads somewhere. You can feel that lesson now, gently, in your own breath. Inhale, the wave rises. Exhale, the wave falls. You are the ocean breathing itself. Peace in motion. There are stories that say Tharos once loved Lunara, that her calm reflected his chaos. He would rise as storms, chasing her silver light across the waves. But he could never touch her, only trace her reflection. Their love was eternal and unreachable, like the horizon, always visible, never close. And so they danced, still, storm and stillness, wave and reflection, chaos and peace. Their eternal motion is the heartbeat of the world. Beneath their dance lies something older still, the first deep, a god without form or name. It was not created, it simply was. It existed before even the concept of water, before light, before sound. Some call it the ocean's soul, others the dream from which all others awaken. The ancients described it as an endless dark cradle, gentle, vast, unknowable. It is not good or evil. It simply holds everything. Every god, every creature, every memory, floating in its silent depth. When you sink into sleep, it is said you fall into that same darkness, not to vanish, but to return home for a while. The first deep welcomes all dreams, and maybe that's why the ocean comforts us, because it feels like the place we come from, and the place we'll return to. You might have felt it before, by that moment when you close your eyes, and a wave of calm moves through you, slow and heavy. That is the first deep calling your mind back to its center, reminding you that beneath all the noise, all the surface thoughts, you are still. Now let go a little more. Let the ocean hold you. Let your thoughts drift like shells carried by the tide. No effort, no direction, just floating. You may begin to see shapes in the darkness, lights moving in slow patterns, ancient symbols shimmering like phosphorescent stars. Each symbol is a story, each light a memory. They move through you gently, and you begin to understand the forgotten gods are not gone. They became everything that soothes you. Every calm breeze, every gentle wave, every quiet night where you feel safe. And perhaps as you listen now, they are near, and not above or below, but around. Their presence is not thunder or roar, but heartbeat and hush. They are the peace between thoughts, the weightless space between breaths. Even the smallest ripple remembers them. The seaweed swaying in rhythm, the fish gliding effortlessly, the moonlight trembling on water. All these are hymns still being sung. Every wave that reaches a shore carries a message. Remember us, not with fear, but with calm, because that is what the forgotten gods became. Not destroyers, not rulers, but peace itself. When the world turned loud and humans built walls and lights that drowned out the stars, the gods of the sea retreated into stillness. They became the lull in every storm, the softness after every crash. And so even now, when you stand by the ocean and feel peace wash over you, that is them, quietly returning. They do not demand worship. They only ask to be remembered in the way you breathe. Slow, deep, grateful. You can almost feel them now, can't you? That low, deep hum, part vibration, part silence. It moves through your body like a tide through a cave, soothing everything it touches. Your shoulders loosen. Your mind slows. Your heartbeat finds the ocean's rhythm. You are no longer separate. You are the sea dreaming of itself. Every forgotten god, every myth, every whisper beneath the waves, they live in this feeling, this deep calm, this sacred quiet. So tonight, as you drift further, remember, you do not need to search for peace. It has always been inside you, like the ocean, vast and endless beneath the surface. All you have to do is float. And as you do, you join the story of the sea, the eternal song that never ends, that flows through time, through hearts, through dreams. Sleep now, traveler of tides. The gods of the ocean are awake within your dreams, singing softly, guarding your rest. And when you wake, the sea will still remember your name, whispered gently in the hush between waves. The deeper you drift, the quieter the world becomes. Sound fades until even your heartbeat seems to slow, matching the rhythm of the sea. The light grows softer, blue melting into violet, violet fading into the black silk of the abyss. And yet, there is no fear here, only peace, only the deep hum of eternity breathing through water. It is said that at this depth, the sea itself begins to dream. And within that dream the gods stir, faint shapes in the darkness glowing with memories older than time. They are not watching you, they are remembering you, because every soul that has ever lived carries a drop of ocean within it. The ancients once told of Merethis, the whisperer below. She was the goddess of the currents that moved not water, but thought Elen, the deity of intuition, of the quiet knowing that comes without words. She spoke in feelings. When you stood near the sea and suddenly understood something you couldn't explain, that was her. When you felt guided by nothing but calm instinct, her current had found you. Merethis had no temples, no worshippers. She was not meant to be praised, as only felt. Those who sailed the ancient seas said she lived in the spaces between waves, and that to hear her voice one had to first forget their own. She is the spirit of stillness after surrender. The gentle awareness that comes when you stop searching for meaning and simply listen. And maybe that's what the ocean teaches us most deeply. Not how to fight, but how to listen. to stop filling the world with noise, to trust silence enough to hear what it's been saying all along, because silence is not empty. It is full of answers waiting to be heard. Now imagine drifting deeper still, where the water turns glass dark and infinite. You see a faint light rising from below, as if 1,000 tiny stars are shining upward from the seafloor. That glow belongs to the vault of the forgotten. Legend says it's where the gods kept their memories, every wave, every whisper, every soul that ever touched the sea. It is said that the vault isn't a place, but a consciousness, a vast field of glowing thoughts drifting slowly through the deep. Each light a life, each shimmer a prayer. You move closer. The lights swirl around you, soft gold, seafoam green, pale sapphire. They don't blind you, they soothe you. They feel familiar. One passes through your chest and you feel a warmth that isn't heat, a memory not of your own life but of something larger. You see flashes, coral cities shining in moonlight, creatures made of light singing to each other, waves that carried ancient ships across endless nights. And through it all the same gentle rhythm, rise, fall, flow, rest. You realize that the gods were never above the sea or below it. They were the sea. Every current, every drop, every ripple. Divinity was never separate from nature. It was nature, breathing through water and salt and sound. And when humans forgot, when temples fell and myths faded into bedtime stories, the gods didn't disappear. They dissolved into the sea, waiting for dreamers to rediscover them. You are one of those dreamers now, listening, floating, remembering. Somewhere in the distance, a low sound begins, not a roar, not thunder, but a deep chime. It echoes softly, vibrating through the water like the heartbeat of the world. This is Oren, the timekeeper. His pulse is what makes the tides move. Every swell of water, every rhythm of moonlight is his breath. He is said to count not hours but emotions, the rise and fall of every feeling that has ever existed. When joy spreads, the tides rise. When sorrow lingers, they fall. He measures the soul of the world in the motion of the sea. Sometimes he slows the tides just to remind the ocean to rest. Sometimes he lets them crash and roar, not in anger but in expression. Because even gods need to feel, and perhaps that is what the ocean has always been, emotion made physical, a body of feeling too large to contain, too beautiful to define. So if you ever feel your emotions rise and fall like waves, do not fight them. You are only echoing the sea's heartbeat. You are part of something vast that feels, breathes, and remembers through you. Drifting now, your body feels light. You can sense the warmth of the vault fading behind you, replaced by cool darkness again. But this time the dark doesn't feel empty. It feels full. As though every shadow hums with life unseen. They say that far beneath even the gods, deeper than any diver or dream, there sleeps the nameless one, not evil, not good, simply eternal. The first breath before time began. It does not speak, but everything in the sea is born from its silence. When volcanoes erupted beneath the waves, when the first life stirred in black vents of heat, that was the nameless one dreaming. And when we sleep, we return to that same dream, the one that made us, that holds us, that never ends. You can feel it now, can't you? That slow pull beneath the calm, drawing you toward rest. It isn't dangerous, it's welcoming. It's home. Breathe gently. Let the rhythm of the ocean guide you. Each inhale, a wave rises. Each exhale, it falls. The water cradles you, soft and timeless. You have wandered through myths and memories, through gods forgotten and stories half remembered. And now you've reached the heart of it, the quiet truth beneath all tales, that the sea and the soul are the same thing. Both are vast, both are mysterious, both contain storms and calm, sorrow and peace, endings and beginnings. And just as the sea forgives every river that enters it, so too does peace forgive every worry that drifts into it. So, let go of thoughts of time, of gravity itself. Let the forgotten gods watch over your sleep. Let Merethis whisper calm through your dreams. Let Theros carry your thoughts like gentle currents. Let Lunara paint soft light behind your eyelids. Let Oren keep time with your heartbeat. They are all here, around you, within you, holding you as softly as the sea holds a drop of rain. You are safe. You are home. You are remembered. And as the darkness deepens, you realize something simple yet profound. The gods of the ocean were never forgotten. They were only waiting for you to listen. So sleep, voyager of tides. Let the currents lull you into rest. Let the waves of your mind grow still. The ocean dreams through you now, and in that dream you are infinite. The sea has carried you far, through silence and shimmer, through myth and memory. Now the surface is no longer above or below. There is only the deep, infinite blue that hums like a heartbeat beneath creation. And here, at the end of the descent, peace becomes something tangible. You can almost touch it. It feels like warmth in cold water, like breath that no longer needs to reach the surface, like time slowing to match the rhythm of the tide. The forgotten gods are not distant anymore. They are the calm in your pulse, the quiet in your thoughts, the weightless drift of your body floating between dream and rest. You are surrounded by them, not as deities but as feelings, each one a shape of serenity, each one a reminder that nothing in the universe is ever truly lost, only transformed. The myth says that when the gods realized humans had forgotten their names, they gathered at the bottom of the sea, not to mourn but to choose a new form. They decided to become the very things that bring us peace. The hush after rain, the rhythm of waves against the shore, the gleam of moonlight on still water, the heartbeat that slows just before sleep. They became presence, my invisible but eternal. And though they no longer speak, you can feel them now here in this stillness. Every drop of water, every grain of sand, every heartbeat, all of it alive with quiet divinity. The ocean remembers you, not your name, not your face, but your rhythm, your unique vibration in the song of life. It knows the sound of your thoughts, the shape of your dreams, the frequency of your calm. When you listen closely, you can hear your own energy blending with the sea's eternal hum. It's not a sound, but a feeling, a vibration that tells you, softly and endlessly, you belong. Above you, faint shafts of light begin to reach downward, silver ribbons stretching through the darkness. They shimmer like threads of memory, reminding you that the world above still exists. The stars, the wind, the moonlit waves. But there is no rush to rise. You are where you need to be. The myths say the gods left one last gift for those who listen, the song beneath silence. It cannot be heard by the ear, only by the heart. And tonight, as you drift deeper into sleep, you begin to sense it. It begins as a hum, but low, smooth, endless. Then it becomes a pulse, soft and steady. Then a feeling, kind of home, of belonging, of being held. The song is not made of notes, but of presence. It is every wave that ever touched a shore, every tear that ever fell into the sea, every heartbeat that ever synced with the tide. It is the sound of everything connected, the lullaby of creation itself. And now you are part of it. You are no longer a traveler through the ocean's dream. You are the dream. You are the water that flows. You are the current that carries. You are the calm that soothes. You are what the gods became when they dissolved into stillness. Feel that truth settle through you. It moves slowly like warmth through cool water, spreading peace through every muscle, every thought, every breath. There is nothing left to do, nothing to fix, nothing to seek. Just the endless rhythm of existence, steady, slow, serene. And as your mind drifts towards sleep, the last images appear. Faint golden visions of the ocean's heart, a great mother of waves, Her eyes shimmering like pearl and moonlight, smiles as you pass. She does not speak. She simply nods, a silent blessing. Beside her, Vorin, the dancer of tides, turns slowly through the water, leaving trails of glowing motion that swirl like galaxies. Each movement a promise life will continue. The tide will always return. You see Lunara, the weaver of dreams, drawing curtains of light around your consciousness, gentle veils of peace to keep the noise of the world away. She hums in a language older than sound, and your breath synchronizes with it, calm, slow, infinite. Tharos, the keeper of currents, passes by as a warm drift of water, guiding you softly toward stillness. You don't have to swim anymore. The current carries you now. Then Merethis, the whisperer, brushes past, her presence like the softest thought, saying nothing yet reminding you everything you seek is already within you, and far, far in the distance you hear Oren's chime again, the heartbeat of the sea, slow and steady, echoing through the deep. The sound is vast yet intimate, like your own pulse magnified through eternity. Finally, the darkness begins to glow, not bright, not blinding, just enough to remind you that darkness itself is not emptiness, but the womb of all creation. It is where everything begins and where everything rests. The myths fade now, not because they are ending, but because they are merging, becoming part of the silence that follows every story. And that silence, soft and infinite, is the truest form of peace. So breathe deeply. Let your thoughts drift like shells along the sea floor. Let your heart float like a pearl rising toward the light. Let your body rest in the soft rhythm of the waves. There is no surface to reach, no depth to fear. Only stillness, only calm, only the endless loving breath of the ocean that made you, holds you, and will always remember you. When you wake again, you may forget these gods. You may forget the stories and the names, but the calm that will remain, it will linger in your chest, in your breath, in the quiet moments of your day. You'll feel it every time the wind moves softly across your skin, every time you hear rain, every time you see light dancing on water. That will be their way of reminding you that they are still here, still listening, still dreaming through you, because you are part of the ocean's memory now. You are a ripple in the infinite, a shimmer in the eternal blue, a voice in the song beneath silence. And as the last traces of thought fade away, the sea takes your mind into its arms, gentle, safe, infinite. You drift unburdened, weightless, whole. Your heartbeat slows, becoming one with the world's pulse. You fall through peace deeper and deeper, until peace becomes all that exists. The gods watch over you not as beings, but as stillness. Their final whisper moves through your dreams like a tide. Rest now, child of water. You are home. The ocean exhales, and so do you. Sleep. Sleep deeply. Sleep as the sea sleeps, without end, without fear, without time. The waves continue their rhythm long after thought has gone. The world drifts quietly onward. And somewhere in the eternal calm beneath all things, the forgotten gods smile, remembered once more in the heart of a single peaceful dream.